dynamic is that although I agree it's in a patriarchal framework, I think we can't overlook the role women play in it, particularly in terms of women and reputation and gossip, right? So how much is this around like somebody saw your sister somewhere, but then everyone's talking about it, right? And then also women, mothers even sometimes, in terms of, a girl confides in her mother, the mother either shares that information with other people or sometimes instigates it, because we have cases in Canada where in many ways the mother was the instigator of the violence or even the murder. So I think, although I totally agree it's in a patriarchal context, I think we need to understand the role women play in this, and also in terms of being safe. Because again, if I think back to my own work with Girls Chat, I realized the importance of being seen as a safe person that someone can come to. And initially, with our work, it wasn't about, in the context of violence from dishonor, it was just in the context of if you may have experienced any kind of violence in your home, you want to feel that these are people you can come and talk to and they can be open about it and they're not going to judge you. And I've realized that, that's so important for if you're going to even address this issue of violence from dishonor. If you are a woman and you're projecting yourself as being very judgmental of other women and their behavior in terms of how they dress, how they act, how they move, who they talk to, you might really be against, what you see as honor-based violence, but you've already put yourself in a position where no one would ever come to you or feel safe around you, because they would think you're the kind of person that's going to go tell their dad or go tell their brother. Or if something happened to them, you'd be like, well, maybe you deserved it. So I think that's also why, in a larger sense, as a community, as women, first of all, we have to talk to the men too, but as women first, we need to get our ducks in a row about how do we talk about young girls, because oftentimes, and young girls know that too. In high school, who's the first to call a girl a slut? We don't see guys running around calling girls sluts. It's girls calling each other sluts. And again, whereas it's not just within our own communities, it's outside. So I almost feel the first step in addressing these issues is we have to look at how women are talking to each other, or talking about each other, if we're supporting each other or not in this context.
Girls are actually, it's not just a patriarchal system that is controlling this idea of honor. It's also ingrained in the girls' heads that this is wrong. So if they see another girl doing something wrong, oh my God, they'll start gossiping about her because it's deemed as inappropriate or unacceptable in their culture. So the patriarchal system has actually ingrained the idea of honor into the girls' heads, regardless of as whether it's targeting themselves or just targeting specific individuals.